Right? Shalom, brothers. Shalom to all the sincere Akims out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. Wake up to a tribes of Israel, so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and wake up to a tribes of Israel, so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. All right, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. All right, and the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Okay. What is the scripture? So check it, man. This is Isaiah 59, verse 19. All right. So it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." So it says, fear the name of the Lord from the west. The west, when you go into, when these other nations, right, from, when they talk about America, they say the west, they call over this hemisphere the western hemisphere, the west. And if you really go into it, the west, the culture of the west, Christianity, and it's you put it this way, the west is known for Christianity, and then you go over to what you would call, I think, the north, or over there where Russia is, where, well, let's say over there where Syria, where Syria and Egypt and those other places are. They call those, that's mostly Muslims, right? Mostly, I'm just saying, because those are two top big religions, Muslims and Christianity. Okay, but this Bible is not about religion. It's not a religion. It's a book of laws, statutes, and commandments. It's a way of life. It's what is, like the Rastafarians, how they call. They say Haile Selassie, but we know that the names are Yahweh for God and Yahweh Shai for Christ. But so they say that's a way of life. Okay, but so that's what the scripture, that's what the Bible is, a way of life. But Benjamin, baby Benjamin. Interesting fact I want to point out though. Baby, when Jacob wrestled the angel and everything, he had Benjamin after he wrestled the angel. At Peniel, or I think it was at Peniel. But Benjamin needs to straighten up. He really needs to straighten up. We're talking about Haile Selassie, burning ganja, burning weed, burning the high grade. Okay, they need to wake up from that silliness, man. That's pure garbage, man. Okay, the religion of Rastafarianism is pure and utter garbage, man. Okay, But these are the weapons, some of the weapons of of Esau, of the spiritual demon Satan, man. That's why these religions were created, to trap up these people. Ultimately, the Most High, ultimately, it's a stumbling block for the 2/3, but that's what these religions were set up to do, man. Okay, because if because these dreadlock rastas always want to talk about how weed is great for you. It's a herb. Okay, weed is a herb. Not saying it's not. You're not supposed to smoke it though. Okay, you're not supposed to smoke. It's the smoke that's not good for you. The weed itself, that's a great herb. Make some tea with it. Okay, you know, probably help you with uh, whatever. If you go into, if you research cannabis, it probably, well, actually, research have shown that cannabis is actually good for your white blood cells. Okay, so what is that? Oh yeah, from the west, man. Isaiah 59 verse 19, right? From the west, rising of the sun, right? So that standard, what's that standard? That standard is going to be those elect men that the Most High is going to raise up to combat Esau's forces, man. Okay? That's what that standard is, man. Going into that, a group of that group of the elect men that are going to receive certain spiritual powers, okay, to take down this wicked kingdom. Okay, Isaiah 40 verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Okay, so this is a repetitive thing. Okay, trying to inject this truth into the minds of the elect, whoever those men may be. Okay, so we're not going to be like these fancy brothers. We're not. We're not going to be like these fancy preachers, jumping up and down, uh, talking as fast as they can, and he says, and I can't, you gotta speak clear enough where someone can understand it. Sometimes, but sometimes you might go off, well, not go off. That's not going on. But sometimes you might feel so great, or not even that. You just feel like through the spirit, you just want to move quick. You just want to talk fast. You just want to go at a fast pace. But you never know a person. They can always rewind the video though. But I'm just saying, you're supposed to try your best to make it sound as clear as possible, I guess. You might say something and you probably didn't even say it, so you probably didn't even say it clear enough. They rewind it, they're gonna hear the same thing that they heard before, and it's still not gonna be clear enough. Okay? Just pointing out certain things though. What is it? Isaiah 40 verse 31. Okay, so they're renew their strength, renew, because at one point or another, there were certain men, certain kings, what David, and they had spiritual powers, man. Okay, They had spiritual powers, and it's gonna the elect men in these last days. They're gonna receive certain spiritual powers, man. To fly, to fly, to move, really, to run, really, to speed. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's what a lot of these movies are really about. Okay, that's what a lot of these movies are really about. What is it? Josh 23, Josh, Joshua 23 verse 10. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. So one man's gonna fight 1,000. What? So one man is gonna chase 1,000, man. Okay, because scripture, Leviticus 26 verse 8. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. Okay, so that's the thing, man. In these in the time that we're coming into, man. Okay, um, that's how the Most High works. That's how he works because he used a few to show his power, man. The elect are 144,000. He uses a few to show his power. Here it is. Esau's army um, makes these all the armies of the world pretty much, and those are millions, I would think. Um, but those are I mean, when you add them all up, those are millions. And 144,000 to a person, well, to Esau sitting in his military military seat, watching videos or whatever it is, uh, trying to show how, because they trust in they trust in their power. They trust they trust in their space in their jets and all that stuff. Okay, in their minds, they're like, what? Spiritual powers? No. The ones in the know, though, they know that it's for real, man. Because what Esau does is he goes and he digs up, he reads the scriptures, and then they go and how would you say it? They go, geologists and all of them, and dig up artifacts and dig up or not only dig up, but they go and research sites, man. Like they go to sites in the Bible and study the whole ground, man. Go around dusting off rocks, finding to find them certain markings. So they do these things, man. So that, that's because they see, Esau needs proof the elect, the multitude of believers, they don't have to see they don't have to see they don't have to see any of those evidence to believe. It helps your faith, but when you trust in the scriptures, you know that if a scripture said this, then that's what happened. This is Psalms 68, verse 35. Alright, so, O God, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The God of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people. Blessed be God. And that strength and that power, the elect, man, to take this kingdom, to pretty much, that's pretty much how it's gonna go down, man. Because right now, we wouldn't be a match for Esau's military might. Plus, the Most High set him up in that position, but we wouldn't have the power to take him down. So that's why that's these groups. We try to name some if I can remember. Through the spirit, of course. Black Panthers, um, Farrakhan, um, uh, but pretty much all the groups that are not telling you that you're 12 tribes of Israel, not telling you who the white man is, I mean who Esau is, not telling you, not telling you anything, but just asking for your money. Just saying, hey, this is the plan. We're gonna raise this much cattle on this on this amount of land, and we're gonna be great. We're gonna be well fed for this amount of time. Nah, that's not a solution. We're not talking about anyone pretty much that's trying to fill their own pockets, man, and not teaching the truth. Um, those are the people who you could pretty much be like, okay, that person, nah. That's why you got these groups, man. These groups are pretty much there to just throw out. Well, they're pretty much there as a snare for 2/3, but they're pretty much there to to throw off a lot of people, man. What was it? This is Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So he said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. in ancient times. See, this is how Esau thinks. Esau says to himself, "Well, those are biblical accounts. Uh, look at y'all now." And 2/3, ultimately 2/3 also. That's how they see. That's how they see a brother. They look at a brother. If a brother goes out there and try to stand up for his people, and a brother is telling the truth, and a brother start talking about spiritual powers and different things through the spirit, of course, in their corrupt spirit, in their in denial spirit, that's how they see it, man. They're like, that will never happen. What? No way. You're nothing. You might as well you might as well just go ahead and sell out, I guess. That's not gonna take you anywhere. The 2/3 don't have 2/3 2/3 they don't have that faith to see, man. They don't have that faith to see that this is the truth. There is no other truth. I mean, there is no other truth, because what truth, what other truth is there that's gonna actually? And when I say truth, let me try to simplify. If there's no other truth that can compare to there's no other truth that can compare to a person hearing that they're a Hebrew Israelite from the 12th tribe of Israel. And according to the Bible, that's not a lie. But you tell 2/3, man, and it wasn't meant for a lot of them to. It wasn't meant for 2/3 to receive it. So you tell them, and they're like, so, or they're like, that's not biblical. Or you have a lot of Esau lovers, a lot of Esau sympathizers that'll pretty much be like, stop talking about Esau. Stop. No, just stop. Okay. Talk about how we can do this and how we can, but don't talk. No, don't talk. They always come and try to defend Master. But when those those martial law tanks roll down the street, I bet Master is not going to defend them. I bet Master ain't going to say, nah. This one is mine. I'll keep, no. Don't take this one. And even if Master wanted to, Master doesn't have that power. Master can't give that order and say, this one is mine. But see, these people want to defend. They want to defend Esau. They look at a brother preaching the truth as a bad guy. Okay? Because here it is. Here it is. You're reading from a Bible, the Bible, a book that enslaved in the beginning stages of our enslavement. Certain brothers were killed just for reading or touching the Bible. So here it is. You have all these different channels doing it. Most High knows what. Just all type of cool buffoonery, man. Just messing around, putting up dumb videos, crap that don't even matter, crap that don't even make sense, right? And you have other channels where they're reading from books or whatever. But no, those, when you read, when you're telling people that they're Hebrew Israelites, not, you're a terrorist. Okay, you're a terrorist. You're telling people that they're a Hebrew Israelite. But here it is. I'm just saying this to say the fact that if this is not a if somebody's trying to tell you something, and like that you're a Hebrew Israelite, and the so-called white man Esau, is getting all up in arms You know, just for the simple fact that a brother is trying to wake you up, then that should tell you something, man. That should tell you that hey, he must be saying something to the spirit. Or if you don't understand the spirit, yeah, he must be saying something that that this person doesn't want me to hear. I mean, because that's why the wicked one comes, right? That's why the wicked one comes. Here it is, a brother is taken to the knowledge, and then here it is, boom, his wife pops up out of nowhere and drags him off. Okay, you probably go home and what was that, brother? You know, probably go home to you probably forget it as soon as his wife pops up and throw overlaps her arm over his shoulder, right? But what is it? With that, I want to say all glory, honor, and praises to the Most High, His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Yahweh, for God, Yahweh Shai, for Christ, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and respects, the elders of GMS, and respects to the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.